Everyone, we're the Bitter Bastard for the Villains Band. Continuing session 40 of our D&D 5th edition game, The Ancient War Reborn. I'm your DM, JVD.
Hey guys, I'm Evan the Great from the Villains Demand. I'm playing Luda Silverstring, the Elven Bard Paladin, Bahamut, Harper Agent, Sleeping Agent as well.
Sleeping Agent.
Man, that works. Hey.
I'm the Bearded Wonder with the Villains Demand, and I play Vesperr Noric, the Moon Elf Rogue / Warlock of Claw.
I'm Smile with the Villains Man playing Ulrich Whitehammer, whom is currently resting at the top of a pinnacle
Pretty
above
much.
a pit.
Evan Great, give me the recap.
I see blackness. No kidding. We're trying to stop Tiamat from rising as the heads keep coming up. The Vodnog finally drops in, starts fighting it. We're trying to stop this worm speaker from doing its thing. The worm speaker goes down, and the crown goes to Vesperr. Vesperr asks Orid how they're going to get down. She says she only has one spell. Orid hands her the crown. She goes down as the lava comes around her and pulls her in. And Orid is the only one of us, I think, of consciousness.
Nope, I'm conscious.
Well, you're conscious,
Yeah.
but
I'm good.
you're in a sea of red.
Who's pretty nervous there?
I've been laying
We
here
all should've been
dead,
a little nervous.
or thinking I'm dead forever.
Who didn't think they were going to make it?
All of them? I didn't think I was going to make it.
I figured at least one or two of us would die.
Well, you got close.
I don't know what happened yet. I'm still sleeping.
Okay, so when you got here, you had exactly 14 rounds till this ritual was done. From session 39 at the start of first initiative, you had 50 rounds. You would take a round to heal after every battle or whatever, and that counted against you. And then you got here and decided to fly up. That took 4 rounds, so that puts you exactly at 12 rounds. And with Evan's D6 roll on round 11, you killed Severin, took the mask. It's actually Luda that saved the day, because you literally got rid of half the Red Wizards and they couldn't hold the power of the portal. Luda, being unconscious, dice rolls saved the day. Now, Ord, you're up here. You've seen these dragons flying out. You see these good line dragons. You know, they're chasing them out. The energy's decreased. There's none here, but you can still feel some of the evil presence here. A lot of the magma that has seeped out of the cracks and whatnot has started to go away. It's starting to retreat back in, almost like her coming up was causing all this destruction. You hear cheers from below, from what remains of the dwarves and the giants and the Order of the Gauntlet. And a dragon flies up and it says, "Are you all right?"
I'll be fine.
It says, "Come, let me help you down."
I pick up Luda.
And the dragon will tell you that he will take care of her. And he just tells you to climb up. The dragon will gently grab Luda in its claws. It's only right one of us carries our champion.
Aye.
And it flies back down to the bottom. And as everybody starts to see you, there's a big cheer. And it's a chant for Greensfield Company. Because without you guys, none of this would have happened. As you reach the bottom, Brunor is there to embrace you. Roland's there. What's left of the Vodnod, you see Duke Zalto come out and he kind of gives you a reassuring nod like he had no worries whatsoever. The Vodnod is busted all to hell. Bodies lay everywhere. Cultists, dragons of all kinds. Order of the Gauntlet, fire giant, dwarves. I mean, there was a massacre here. Luda is gently laid on the ground, and Roland runs over to her and lays his hands on her.
in so many ways.
It finally gets to broke a woman.
It's to heal her.
Lou, you take in a deep breath, and your eyes go wide, and all around you are your allies. But you still feel the taint of evil in this temple.
I get up and I say, "Where's the crown?"
Vesperr left off with it.
I look toward Vesperr.
Vesper's not here.
Where's Vesperr at?
Can I like look for her? Go looking for her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to looking around. Vesper is well known, and she's a member of Greenfield Company. She's helped put all this together. And you're getting to look around. You don't see her, but you do see charred remains of bodies from lava laying around, and you can't tell if one of them are really her or not because they are charred beyond recognition. You get to looking around where they're at, and there are bodies around, and you can't tell if none of them are her.
I ask you, where did
You're beginning to think Vesper made the ultimate sacrifice.
Hey, good kid.
I don't know. I don't find her. We don't find her body, though.
You can't tell if any of these are her. They're all burnt, charred. You ever seen a burned body?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you really can't tell if it's somebody or not. If it was male, female.
I'm going to kneel down and start praying that she find to my God that she finds peace wherever she's at.
You do that, and you can hear the clanking of armor as you go to bow, and you look around, and everybody's kind of taking any weapons are planted, point down into the ground. Prayers echo throughout the Temple of Tiamat.
It's over you! Gonna dick the whole time.
The prayers, this
Yeah.
baritone, of softness that sounds like it's morning, is overcast by the sound of roaring thunder. You guys look up, and there's dark storm clouds forming over the cauldron.
Yeah.
And you look up, and Zalto says, "It's time.
Nice.
Time to take my rightful spot." And you can see pride across his face. What's left of the fire giants stand up, and they look up to the sky, and their weapons are, oh, oh. And he looks like he's accomplished something he's been set out to do since the beginning.
Oh.
Lightning strikes through the Caldara straight down into Zalto, and it's almost like the quickening from Highlander. The wind begins to pick up, the energy surges through him, and he disappears.
There can only be one.
And as he disappears, the fire giants begin to hoop and holler and cheer.
See, it wasn't so bad.
I think he's.
You think he's what?
Is he going to be like the new, what do they call it? We went to the temple.
Highlander?
Yeah. No, no.
The All-Father is a set God figure. I would
Okay.
say.
Yeah. Anam is like the top of the giant pantheon. No, he has not become an Anam.
I was like, wait a minute.
He could be having an audience with Anam. We don't know. But
Roland, he approaches you guys and he's like, "Good job." He's like, "Things were looking grim." He's got one arm dangling. Half his face has been, looks like it's been clawed off. I mean, he's pretty worse for wear. He says, we could have never done this. If you think about it, if we were never caught by the cult of the dragon.
no.
True.
Ward,
Aye.
you feel a presence. And it's one that you felt before. Luda, it's one you recognize as well. Let me find it here. It's the presence of Eleuthera,
That's the name I was on. Remember earlier.
the brass dragon
Yeah.
of Ogma. And then a gate opens up behind you, and you can see
Yeah.
Ord's scroll begins to flutter, but there's no wind, and it pulls from him.
Aye.
And he tells you, "It is time, my friend."
Rest well, Luda.
Vesper's not here.
Saluda.
I thought you said
No,
Vesper.
he said
Luda.
As rest well, Luda. And sweet dreams, Vesper.
The scroll flutters in the wind, and it pops off the chain. And the words on the scroll begin to float around him. He says, "You've done what you needed to do.
Time to go home.
It is time to go home."
I just walked through the portal.
And, as you can see, Luda, you get to looking through, and Roland kind of looks and asks you, "Where's he going?"
He's going home.
Home is in Greenest.
So he perished and got a better life, and he came back to help us do this job.
You see his eyes kind of water up, and he tells you, "When?"
On one of the missions trying to fight this cult.
About a fucking week ago.
Yeah. You kind of look through the portal, and you see Perry, and he's waving at you.
I wave back.
And he says, "I never knew." And he's like, "Maybe if I was there, he'd have never died."
Yes, Wesley.
Yes, I think he would have. He sacrificed himself so we can get out of our room.
He gives you a reaffirming nod, and he kind of looks around, and he says, "I believe there was a lot of sacrifice today. A sacrifice for good." He said, "We've all done well here."
We have. I say, there ain't very many of us Greenfield Company left. It's up to us to keep the name about, spread it, and grow it.
You're walking through the portal, and you hear someone. And it's Bruno Bowder. He's like, "Boy, where are you going?"
Home, me king.
And he says, "You've done Dwarvenkind well."
I can only hope.
And he says, "Do not hope. You did." And he takes a knee to you.
I deserve no bowing.
He says, "One day, I'm sure, I will see you again."
You gonna meet me friend Perry? You gonna? I think it'll be nice.
Says, "Do not worry. I've talked to Zalto. I will fulfill your promises."
Me friend, me goblin, Snoot.
Says, "I will send word to him. I
Yeah.
will make sure he lives like a king."
Hey, if you need the blueprints, he has them.
And then you hear this mechanical murmur, and you look back, and Rupert's sitting there just looking. He looks lost.
What? Come on then, boy.
He kind of looks at Luda, and he looks back at you.
So it's time for you to go home. And I kind of shoo him off, kind of like Old Yeller kind of thing.
Boy, Rupert, you protect her. You keep her safe.
Now you don't know what to do.
She's.
Are you keeping him here?
I'm keeping him with Luda. She's too reckless to be left alone.
So Luda now has a dragon and a mechanical bear.
I tell
Luda's like a one-person army.
I tell Warren. So he can
The
stay if he
Beastmaster.
likes, but remember, I am protected by Muhammad himself. He just gave me my own companion.
Aye. And more the merrier.
I let Rupert stay, and I say he will protect me well, and I will treat him the same every day as you treated him.
Just do me a favor. Try to find her body. Get it home to her mother.
She deserves a proper burial.
And Vesperr Noric says, I will make sure you will have one as well. We will erect a statue of you in Gauntlegrim in the Hall
No
of Kings.
statues.
We will erect one in Greensfield.
No. Oh, no statues.
This is
That's
why
fine.
you should be proud of what you've done here today.
Do you see their faces? They smile. They're happy. They're hopeful. That's my memory.
So you want nothing for no one to remember you by.
If these people forget me, then that's fine. I'm simple.
Roland kind of looks around. He's like, I'm sure none will forget you.
Then I will be remembered.
Okay, so fair enough. No statues will be erected in your name, but you will receive your burial place in Gauntlegrim, like all sons of Dwarfhome do.
Methinks.
And Luda, are you giving Ward a hug goodbye?
Yeah.
You're gonna rub Rupert on the head one last time.
Yeah.
Roland sticks out on. He's like, I'm sorry, my friend. I wish I could have been there.
There's no apologies needed.
Did someone grab his sword?
No.
Your sword.
Roland's sword.
No, no.
It's still needed somewhere, but
Your sword is up there, unfortunately.
he kind of looks away in shame, like he wasn't able to get it himself. But he thanks you, though. Says, I'm sure Mother will appreciate what you did today. I will make sure she gets it. I'm not worthy of such a thing.
Look at what you did. You helped with this. You're worthy. You just have to give yourself a chance.
Luther says, what of the mask?
I looked down at the burnt bodies, consumed by the magma.
Tells you impossible.
You motherfucker.
Nothing could destroy that. That is a powerful artifact crafted by Tiamat herself.
You dirty fucker. You did that on purpose.
Who are you talking to right now?
Oh, that was out of character. That was
Oh.
completely out of character. They went over with Vesperr. She was consumed by lava. That was the last we seen of him.
She's like, lava melts flesh and bone, but it'll not destroy the magic the mask have.
We must fish it out.
The dragon looks around. Where? You see all these fissures that's opened up within this caldera. There's no magma around, just scorched earth and dead bodies.
It may take a long time. So we cannot leave without the mask.
So you begin searching for the mask.
Yes.
Word. And you're leaving. As you leave and the portal closed, Fair tells you, you'll be alright. You've done the right thing. You rescued her. Don't be sad. If anything, she'll remember you.
And that's all that matters.
And I'm sure it does.
Aye.
Now come. Look at what I've created.
Alrighty, back to work then.
If that blinded one dragon, wait till you see this.
Or his head's pinned on the town hall.
So that it's dark and you smell sulfur. It's hot. You hear a low growl, Vesperr. You open your eyes, and the crown is in your hand. You're unscathed. And as you look up, you see a head staring at you. It's cloth. You asked for my aid, and I have gave it. He opens his claw hand. He says, "Give me the crown."
I'll bow my head and I'll put it in his hand.
You hear this low chuckle, and he takes it, and he puts it on his head, and it enlarges as he does. And he shrieks in pain, and he thrashes around. Fire begins to erupt from him. Lightning arches around him. The toxic gas releases from his mouth. You feel it grow cold. You feel sick as you see his bones start to expose. It's almost like he's melting away. And as he does, he's nothing but a skeleton, and it crumbles to the ground. Everything is silent. The crown lays there by itself.
I'll take it in for a second, then walk over and pick it up.
You go to pick it up, and the crown bursts into 5 pieces. And they levitate high in the air, 30 foot above you. And you can feel the energy around you. And Cloth appears, but he's different. And then it hits you. He looks like Tiamat. He has 5 heads. His horns are now gold. Each of his eyes a color of each chromatic dragon. And he laughs. Do you not realize the power you have gave me, child?
I only serve you, my king.
He says, do you not realize what we can do with this?
We could rule the world. You could rule the world. Me as your right hand muscle.
Right hand muscle.
No, do you
Specifically that muscle right there.
Yes, I mean this
Wholeheartedly.
wholeheartedly. This is what I've been wanting, power like this whole time.
You betrayed us.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
And he laughs. He says, soon, in time, all of Faerun will kneel before us.
Yeah, that's our first epic level campaign. Thank you. You won't be playing it at all. I'm about to run you over in real life.
This has been it for the Ancient War Reborn. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. But we're the Bearded Bastards. I'm JVD.
It was great.
Bearded Wonder.
Smiley.
Keep the dice rolling, guys.